Weather alert continues now, and we've been watching this storm for the last couple of hours, Tony, kind of work its way up the eastern seaboard. You know, Brittany was saying that's not too bad yet, but based on those colors and that spinning rotation, you can see that we're about to get the worst of it. Yeah, I'm still sticking with that roughly, well, it's only what, 7:15, 8 a.m. to about 12 noon, 1 o'clock the latest, the strongest wind, the heaviest of the rain. Take a look. We actually have a flood warning, not a watch, but a warning. That little red polygon, what is that? It's actually a river flood warning for the Patuxent River. Not for the Blackstone. The Blackstone is a much larger river than the Patuxent, but and the Patuxent River is actually below flood stage right now. But with the anticipation of very heavy rain this morning, forecasted to go to minor to moderate flood stage later in the morning. And even when the rain stops this afternoon, that river, the Patuxent, will continue to rise slowly. Doppler Radar, nothing scattered. It is a widespread rain. The colors represent not only precipitation intensity, but it gives us a hint of where the stronger wind is located. And you start to see more and more yellows expanding, indicating the intensity of the rain is increasing, especially this band just offshore impinging Long Island, New York, Long Island Sound. Getting reports of wind gusts on Long Island now between 40 and 50 miles per hour. And it's that core of stronger wind that'll be arriving here shortly, especially along the south coast. So it's one of those deals where the stronger wind is going to be realized along the coastline and just offshore, the heavier rain amounts inland. I mean, we'll have heavy rain everywhere, but the heaviest of the amounts would be across inland areas away from the south shore. As we get in real close, and we'll actually want to widen the view out one more time, and the center of circulation of the storm itself is just spinning off the coast of New Jersey, right in here. That is the center of Tropical Storm Elsa. It's not a hurricane, it's a tropical storm. And when we take a look at the forecast as it tracks north and east, you can see these bands of red indicating these bands of heavy rain and some strong wind. This is 9 o'clock in the morning, still spinning with rain and wind at around noontime. But once we get to 1 and certainly 2 o'clock, it is actually pulling away. This is around 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's lifting up towards coastal Maine. And look at the clearing off to the west that sets in mid to late day. We actually finished the day with a little bit of sun mid to late afternoon. So as stormy as it gets over the next roughly 4 to 5 hours, it gets much better by mid to late afternoon. So our threat tracker, no doubt, is elevated at high. Tropical storm warning, gusts to 40, 50, even 60 miles per hour possible along the immediate shoreline. The flash flood watch. Do anticipate some localized street flooding and urban flooding. We saw some of that down in New York City not too long ago, especially now through about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock the latest. It's a quick hitting storm. It's in now. It's gone by the afternoon. We're back on track this afternoon, tonight, and really through most of the upcoming weekend. Impacts. Flash flooding likely. Thunderstorms and lightning likely. Strong wind gusts. We do anticipate that. It's already picking up along the coastline. Strong meaning gusts to 40 to 60 miles per hour. Not sustained, but in gusts. Not often we talk about this, but a very, very slight risk of a brief, isolated, weak tornado along the south shore. Again, the chance is slight, but obviously worth mentioning now through about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. Bay forecast, the wind direction initially is east-southeast, and then it's turning west-northwest during the afternoon as drier air settles in. So stormy this morning, better during the afternoon hours, but with the heavy rain moving in right now, Melissa, I do expect those roads that don't drain very well, some localized street flooding